blessed day today. Today is a Saturday. Now it's almost 20 minutes past 10 a.m. in the morning at the Singapore time. Okay, so today I'm making this video, right? Okay, because I'm inspired by somebody that is my business partners. Okay, we are not from the same team, but we are collaborating in a different way. Okay, marketing about health and beauty. However, we are not from the same team. However, we kind of collaborate in a different way, and she's much more senior than myself. Okay, much more really, yes. And I would call her an elder in my to me. Okay. She can also be a very good teacher, very successful, traditional business woman. Okay, very experienced in the business field, and then of course there is a very wise intention of pivoting online. Okay, pivoting online, so to want to learn online marketing from me. Okay, and there is one concern, which is I keep on hearing this, okay, not just from her, okay, and it's about when people come online, they kind of like they kind of confused, they're lost, and they don't know how to connect with someone they cannot see, which is online. Like for example, the fundamental understanding is about messaging, okay, messaging, right? So whether is it Facebook Messenger or SMS and stuff like that. So today I'm inspired to make this video is this has become like a inspiration for me to share with you guys my experiences in this when I haven't pivoted my businesses, my MLM business online, right? I have learned this in the past from very successful somebody that I look up to, from Taiwan. Okay, so briefly, right? Okay, yes, I understand that if you are in businesses or you are representing something you wish to promote, yes, I understand that you're excitedly and you really believe in your products and your services. I understand that. Okay, I get that. Okay. However, ask yourself this: why should people buy from you? Why? Okay, right? If people don't trust you, don't respect you, then no matter how hard you are promoting your products or services to this person, and especially you don't know the person yet, okay, you haven't built a relationship yet, so why should they even want to listen to you trying to promote or sell your products? So there's a common there's a misplaced idea about say when you come online, you can speed up the sales process. No, that we are still dealing with the human being here. Okay, now let me before I go on to share more backstory and experiences that how I do, even that when I'm not doing online, I'm doing offline. When I meet somebody, a stranger, this is the principle that I follow, which I learned from a very good teacher. Okay, I don't know him personally, but he had done a lot of YouTube videos. Okay, and I learned that from him. He's a Taiwanese, so of course, so he only know how to speak Chinese, Mandarin. Okay, this is how it's in this principle that we follow. Okay, selling product is the last. Okay, there are 4 stages of selling, in a sales process. Okay, so now we look at it as apply that principle in a business. Okay, however, this principle applies everywhere in your life, whether is it relationship, whether is it between yourself and your parents, whether is it with your colleagues, your co-workers, everything. These four points is a principle, is a framework that applies every part of our life. It begins like this, okay? So selling your product is not the first, it's not your priority, it's not your focus even. This is how it works, okay? In a sales process, right? Number one, it can this sequence you cannot jumble them up. Number one, sell trust. I repeat, sell trust. Okay, literally selling trust doesn't mean that you go down there, you have a sales speech about selling trust. No, it's very genuinely, okay, sincerely, you know, have a conversation with people, but your focus is, I want to build relationship with the person. Okay, that means have a real human conversation with someone. Okay, so why? Because you want to promote trust from that person to you. Okay, so number one is sell trust. Number two, sell good feelings. Okay, selling good feelings to the person, you know, whatever you want to call it, the prospect, whatever. Sell good feelings. Okay, so how do you sell good feelings? That means you are making the person feel comfortable with having a conversation with you, right? Alright? Okay, so this is what I meant. So that means you put on a smile, you know, you're relaxed. Okay, you know, you portray a good vibes, you know, with the you know, the prospect, right? Number three, sell the spirit of serving. That means you wish to serve. So you are selling, you are focusing on how can I serve, right? So serving doesn't mean that, for example, you have a product to sell, you have a beauty product. Serving doesn't mean that you whip out your device and you start to do the demo. So I'm serving, right? No, no. That's not that move that you are taking. No, you are. I'm talking about the third sequence in the sales process is you show people about that you are willing to contribute. You know, you're willing to contribute, and at times, right, it has nothing to do with your products. No, nothing, zero. But you give that impression to people that you want to serve them with values. Okay, and when you are doing that, right, and many times, right, you don't even need to talk about your products. You don't even, okay. And the last one, when you do the first three things right, the last one is the products. Sell the product subsequently. So I repeat, when in the sales process, right, for example, now we take for example, you are in a business, you are representing something, you are trying to market and sell a product. Okay, fantastic, some more. Maybe it's number one, whatever it is. Okay, however, the principle to increase a high level of success and also have a very positive relationship subsequently, that people keep on buying from you and have a recurring and even have a referral given to you, is number one, sell trust. Number two, sell good feelings. Number three, sell the spirit of serving. Then lastly, then when you do the first three things right, okay, and you are very sincere to do these first three things, and the sequence cannot be jumbled up, it must be following that sequence that I named you just now, then you sell your product. Okay, and many times from my experience is that when you do the first three things right and given a reasonable period of time, and sometimes it doesn't need to be very long, the product sells itself because you did the first three things. Okay, so meaning to tell you is that be a human being to another person. Okay, and it's especially important when you are trying to open up a cold market. That means people that you don't know. Why should people buy from you? Who are you? Don't come and tell me that I have the best product or I have a number one product. I have so much proof. This is irrelevant in that conversation. Okay, when there is no trust, there's no good feelings. Okay, there's no respect for us, right? So nobody is interested in what we want to sell. Nobody at all. Okay, so now I will describe that in Mandarin to you, which because this is originally how I learned it from this teacher. Okay, this is how he explained. Okay, 买卖最高等级 ，OK， 不是卖产品，买卖最高等级是第一，卖信赖关系；第二，卖感觉；第三，卖服务。那个服务的精神 ，OK， 服务，最后才卖产品。当你把这个前面的3件事情顺序排位做好，你的产品就会不卖而卖。听懂吗？I hope this thing helps you because I come back to my backstory. Why I'm inspired to make this video is because I repeatedly hear this same question that many people that I encourage them, whether they are partnering with me or not, or whether they want to learn from me about online marketing or not, okay, to pivot, especially in the context of like, I'm a community of modern, we call ourselves modern downline, okay, we pivot, majority, more than 90% of it, of our operation to come online, right? So, the common concern that most people have is that after trying a few times or maybe a few months and they say that I no sales, no result. Okay, so that is why I want to make this video to share with you my experience is that let's not take out the human part out from even that you are coming online. Okay, so don't have that misplaced perception that when you come online you don't need to behave like a human being to another human being. No, you are still interacting with human being. Okay, so don't take that human out of you. No, although you don't get to see the person, you don't need to have a face-to-face conversation. Okay, but you are still having a conversation with a human being on the other end. So let's not forget that. Okay, so the common question I receive from a lot of people is that, hey, Ken, is your things that you are working or not? It's like, is this going to work? Of course, they are not questioning my ability to coach them. They are, they are having a lot of self-doubt in themselves. I understand that, I get that. So they are having the fear of looking back, that they cannot succeed. That having the close means you are succeeding. No, not at all. Okay, don't forget that it takes a certain time to build trust, to have good feelings about you. Because of that, they start to respect and like you. Okay, and then they still observing you, right? But because they keep on receiving values from you, and values including what? Your spirit of serving. So many times serving is not a low level feeling. No, the spirit of serving is a very high level thing. Okay, it's a very high level thing. If you don't believe me, let I give you an example. Do you think Jesus Christ is low level? No, right? Okay, he go around the world serving the entire human race. So is this low level? He's worshipped till today, by so many people, right? So you see why? Because he followed the same 4 things. Okay, now I give you that example. Okay, he's promoting what is the product in his context as Jesus Christ or even Buddha. His context is what? Love. That is his product. Love for the human population. That, or not just that, any living things. He's promoting love, right? That is his product. But does he go around putting on his lips say that I sell you the product called love? No. He start with, I want to build a relationship with you by advocating that you trust me, that my product love is right to live your life, right? He sell you trust. Then not only that, he go on to what? He focus on selling you good feelings that you like him, and you start to respect him, right? Then not only that, he also what? He go around the world selling the spirit of serving. Then he sell you, he close you the product of Christianity, right? Think about this. Anything at all, you can give me anything at all, I will help you to frame this into these 4 principles. Number 1, sell trust. Number 2, sell good feelings. Number 3, sell the spirit of serving. Number 4, then you sell the product. In any, like let's take for example, not about business, okay? Think about it in your relationship, right? In your relationship, let's say I saw this lady, she's very attractive, she's simply gorgeous, but do I go up to her that, hey, my product is what? Let's be girlfriend and boyfriend, or maybe my product is marriage. No, right? I don't go up to her and say that, hey, let's get married, do you want to be my girlfriend? No, right? Correct? Guys, think about this. No, right? What would you do? You start with building trust, right? Then at the same time, you promote good feelings, right? That she like you, right? Then the last one is that you promote, you promote to her the spirit of serving, right? Her life, right? That maybe you open the door for her, you pull the chair, be a gentleman, right? That means you have a spirit of serving her. Then because of doing these 3 things repeatedly, right? So when you finally propose to her that, shall we be together, like a boyfriend, girlfriend, right? Then this is your end product. She say yes to you, right? Then this doesn't stop, right? You continuously doing the 3 things, right? Then finally you propose to her, do you want to marry me? Make sense? Okay? So guys, don't forget. So these four steps, it applies anywhere in your life. So when you get it right, your life becomes very simple. So you go around interacting with anything, even including the animal. Okay? You are always operating, your brain in your mind is always this habit only. Number 1, you sell trust. So you're not in business, you are also acting like this, you are behaving like this. Number 2, you sell good feeling to people. So that's why you're very charismatic, people like you. Number 3, you sell the spirit of serving. And then lastly, then you sell your product. So because of this, guys, you think about this. 买卖 okay, 最高等级 I repeat in Chinese. Number 1, 卖信赖关系。第2，卖感觉。第3，卖服务。第4，才卖产品。So when when you cultivate this kind of habit, knowing these 4 steps, this principle of life, right? Your life is very simple. No matter who you meet today, you are always behaving and conducting yourself in this way. Okay? So that means whatever idea you are selling, whatever products you are selling, people will buy from you because you observe these 4 steps. Okay? So this is why, so I'm very baffled, by I'm very I kind of it really very mind-blowing, especially when it comes from somebody that's very successful in traditional business, but when they come online, right, they don't know how to do when I mean the question is that, or somebody, there's a lot of messages coming in to ask me, to want to interact with me from a stranger, right? Then the common question is that, what should I do next? What is making me baffled by the whole thing is what? Is if you are so successful in doing traditional business and you can close deals, right? Why when you all come online, right? Why you are frozen? You don't know how to proceed. Why? Right? You are more than capable to act like a human being to another human being that you don't know. Seriously, guys. So don't be doubtful that you don't have the skills. No, not at all. So doesn't mean that when you come online it's so different when you do offline. No, it's still the same. Alright, it's still the same. So if you are capable of closing sales, you're able to close a deal, whatever, when you are offline, right? You are definitely, I guarantee you are more than 100% that you are capable of closing anyone you have a sales online. If you observe these 4 steps, this principle, and it's not just in business, it's not just in sales, it applies every aspect of your life. So I hope today, with my experience sharing with you, comparing between online and offline, right? How we interact with another human being, especially people that you don't know. Okay? It's very consistent. There's no deviation when interacting with human being. Alright? So knowing that, right, I hope you learn something from this video. And if you like this video, you learn something, and you know that it will benefit someone, please, share it with them. Share my video with them. And if you're watching this from my YouTube channel, right, do remember to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you will not miss out my next video. So guys, remember, the principle, the 4 steps in the sales process is: number 1, sell trust; number 2, sell good feelings; number 3, sell the spirit of serving; then then you sell your products and services. So when you do the first 3 things right and given a reasonable amount of time, right, your products will sell. Okay, and you will have a huge following because you did the first 3 things. So don't forget to be a human being, whether you are doing offline or coming online. These things applies. Okay, this is a hard rule of life. Okay, so in another video, I will explain to you the psychology behind this, why this is so true wherever you apply it, because it got to do with human behavior, psychology. It's a human nature. Alright, okay, so I thank you for watching this video, okay, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and bye bye.